The fence system that comes with the Router Buddy consists of a straight edge fence and the half rounds that we used earlier to center the base plate. We'll show you more about the half rounds a little bit later. The straight guide fence piece uses these two holes to attach to the travel bar. The smaller hole goes over the guide pin, and the second hole aligns with the threaded hole in the travel bar, and we use the included screw to secure it. When the screw is snugged down, the guide fence is held exactly square to the travel bar. With the fence piece mounted to the travel bar, all we do is insert the travel bar into the slot in the Router Buddy base and adjust the distance we want from the edge to the bit. To lock the fence in position, we just snug the set screws down. You don't have to tighten these very hard. When you snug them down, it lifts the whole travel bar against the sides of this dovetail-shaped keyway. So there's very little pressure that's actually needed. Snug the screws down, and that's all you need. Because the fence piece is attached directly to the travel bar, there's nothing that sticks out over the side of the router, and we can adjust the fence very close to the bit, or actually around smaller bits. This half-inch bit has plenty of clearance yet. We can also move the fence outwards to cut a dado or a decorative groove a specific distance from the edge, and do that very consistently. Notice that because the fence attaches to the travel bar and the base plate directly, there's nothing hanging off the side of the router to throw it out of balance. You can make these cuts with a lot of stability, very easily and very accurately. Because the fence on a Router Buddy is infinitely adjustable, we can set it very precisely for cutting exact width dados or grooves for inlays. To cut a very precise dado or groove for inlaying a piece, we start out by doing a first pass with the router bit. We have to make sure that the router bit is a little smaller than the piece that we're going to be putting into the groove. We set the initial distance for the fence and make one pass. Next, we measure the width of the stock that we're going to put in the groove. Then we subtract the width of the groove from the width of the stock to find out how much bigger we need to make the groove. Because we're using a 1/2-inch diameter bit, the initial groove we cut is 0.500 in width. The piece we want to put in it is 0.826 in width. That gives us a difference of 0.326. Because of the shape of the fence, it's very difficult to get a straight-on measurement, so we can make this change precisely. By using a digital caliper, specifically the plunge rod feature on the bottom of it, we can preset that and make the fence change exactly as we need. Snug the fence down and we're ready to make the second cut. Now if we measured and made the adjustments right, the piece should just click into the groove. And there we go. Whether you're making rabbets, dados, or decorative cuts, the guide fence on the Router Buddy makes this a very simple, safe, and accurate operation. The half-round pieces we used earlier to line the base plate can now be attached to the straight edge fence. We include screws for that, and there's bosses in the fence that let you just screw them in. The half rounds give you an easy way to do edge treatments on rounded pieces. Because the half rounds are attached directly to the fence, we can move the fence in and out to position the cutter as we want. We can put the cutter right at the edge or cut a rabbet or make a decorative edge treatment, or I can move the fence out farther and move the cut in farther to put a decorative line or groove around the inside of a piece. To make the cut, we just hold the half rounds against the edge of the rounded piece and move the router around its edge. Whether you're working with straight or rounded edges, the Router Buddy and the included fence accessories make those cuts very easy and very accurate.